Thanks for staying with us. You're still on to Good Morning Nigeria on the network service of the NTA. To begin today's conversation on the flood in Mokwa, let's take this background report by Oyeyemi Ajayi.
Last month, the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation warned about high-risk flooding during the 2025 Flood Outlook presentation by the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency. He had warned that about 1,249 communities in 30 states and the Federal Capital Territory are at high risk of flooding this year, emphasizing that flooding is one of the worst natural disasters in Nigeria, with climate change exacerbating its occurrence. Over the years, the country has experienced a series of flooding events that led to property damage, fatalities, injuries, and displacement. And these incidents are still a grim reality in many parts of the country. Latest is the Mokwa flood in Niger State that killed more than 150 people, with more than 500 others said to be missing. The Mokwa flood has been tagged the deadliest flood so far in the last 60 years. Among the victims of the flood were women and children, including many pupils of Quranic schools in the area. Many have revealed that part of the effect of the flood is the collapse of the Mokwa bridge, which they said would affect food supply in the southern part of the country, as it's the only bridge that links the two parts of the country. And the ripple effect is the increase in food prices, especially vegetables. Experts have argued that Nigeria's perennial flood disaster can be addressed by deploying water harvesting technology, channeling excess waters to recharge the shrinking Lake Chad, and dredging major water pathways nationwide. Some of the disastrous flooding incidents have been blamed on failure of the people in the vulnerable areas to heed to warnings or inadequate preparation for it. Now, with this serving as an eye-opener, what measures are being put in place to prevent a reoccurrence of the deadly flood as seen in Mokwa? How are government at all levels, as well as the people, handling the disaster? Our guests will be responding to these questions and more shortly.